Hello, everybody. I'm Pearl,
I'm Bob,
and we are just passing through.
and this is our next exit.
Come and join us
We're at South Jetty right on the coast up in Oregon,
outside of Florence.
Oregon. Yeah, just west of Eugene, about 50 miles. And that's where our kids and grandkids, a couple of our kids and a whole mess of our grandkids live. So we're up here visiting and enjoying the nice, cool weather.
And it's cool.
And it's cool. Here in South Jetty, it's a lot of the sites don't have sewer, but they all are situated back up in the trees, and you've got a lot of privacy and stuff.
Yes.
I like that a lot.
Yes.
We were lucky enough to get sewer. As you can see, the electric truck, they've got a lot of repairs going on, upgrading to 50 amps to quite a few sites. I wish they'd start adding sewer. That seems to be what they're missing the most. This here is our site. And we got lucky on our second day. The people that were here left, and so we moved in and got it. So now we've got sewer, water, and electric. And this is where our grandson Aiden, he barbecued us some vegan burgers.
Yes.
Did it
Yeah.
feel like it was getting hot?
And they turned out good. I mean,
They were real good.
yeah, they were every bit as good as hamburgers.
Exactly.
And we had a good time that night. And then right behind our site, we've got a nice big grassy area.
Yes.
And we went down there several times because the wind's been blowing. It gets you out of the wind. But the most important thing is the perfect place to fly your drone. South Jetty is right on we're about 2 miles from the coast, right?
Probably from
So-
the ocean itself.
Yeah. So you can't walk to it. Well, our neighbors, Jim and Sue, walk to it, but
Yes.
they walk like 5 or 6 miles a
A
day.
day. So
But we drive to it. But it's really close. You can hear the guys driving their dune buggies and stuff all day long.
all over the sand dunes.
Yeah, they're having a ton of fun. So you can drive to it. There's some parking lots, where you can just walk right up over the dunes. Although walking up over them can present a chore in itself. The sand gets hot and it's a pretty steep climb.
And
Come
the
on up.
sand is moving as you're walking, and so you're fighting
Gravity.
evidently.
We've been fighting gravity for a while.
Yes.
So,
Was it
so this
easier than last
so
time?
South Jetty's just like all the Thousand Trails. They've got a nice swimming pool. We went and checked it out the other day. It wasn't heated. Now they may have turned it on later because there's people swimming in it now, but it was awful cold. We see people in the hot tub a lot, and they got your pickleball and basketball and all that kind of stuff, but we don't use much of that. And all the sites, like we said, were down in the trees, so you got a nice area with privacy, but with the drone you can't tell a whole lot about it.
No.
We leave here this Sunday to go up to Pacific City, and it's pretty much the same thing. But I guess what we like the most about our time here at South Jetty is we got to have Stevie and Jinxie over in Aden.
Right.
That was great. But then we got to have a little meetup with a couple of our subscribers that happened to be in the campground.
Hello, Pearl. How are you? I'm Randy. Good to meet you.
Swimming in Hamul.
How you doing?
There's our Pico.
Randy Bigelow. Good to meet you, Jim.
And I'm Sue.
Sue. Good to meet you.
Scott.
Scott.
I'll get you on the rebound.
Yeah,
Jack.
Tim, good to meet you, Scott. Oh, goodness.
Okay, I feel like the one grab you kind of stuck
Right here?
I feel like I'm playing in the
This all right?
NBA.
Yeah, those two right there will work.
Okay, here.
We have the maps because we did a day trip when we were staying at Monroe. So we did a day trip and went to quite a few of the Thousand Trails. We saw Tall Chief.
We hadn't stayed there. Did you like that?
That's an Encore, isn't it?
That's included. What's one of our
But
five?
it is part of our Thousand
Yes,
Trails.
yes,
One of our
the
Thousand
Encore
Trail
part,
camps.
yes.
Yeah.
I don't know, we went to a bunch of them.
LaGrange, there's one that is KOA Thousand
Oh.
Trails way out in the middle of concrete, or was that concrete?
Going east?
I think it's
Concrete.
Going
And-
east in Washington or
So it's still up.
We stayed at that one. The KOA is on the left, and then the
But
Thousand
that,
Trails on the
you
right.
need to make sure you have your supplies because there's nothing close
Yeah.
by. When we drove it, it was.
There's a heck of a view when you drive in, you look out in that valley.
No, you're thinking of Chehalis.
That's not,
Yes, that was Paradise. which was
Paradise is in the
down from-
trees and stuff. Got a
Paradise-
nice,
Mountain?
Right, it's Paradise. That is the
Okay,
one.
whatever. They all get mixed up. They're just one
Yeah.
after another.
Hey, all right.
Scott, welcome to my world.
There you go.
And then we went
I'm in
up
charge of
Really
driving.
glad to
and
hear
she-
that.
She's in charge of
and we're gonna stay at Birch Bay. 4 o'clock happy hour.
Funny.
We started doing that in Welton. Everybody or dessert or whatnot. And then you go to some of them, and a lot of people don't. Like our neighbors next to us here
Excuse
don't even
me.
come out.
Terrible.
You know, they're
Well,
in
she
their-
did the other day in her bathrobe, and she said, I do have clothes underneath this.
Oh, I.
you missed that. That's the,
It was like a leopard bathrobe or something, wasn't it?
Well,
There's periods when my back flares up that I'll be in my rig for 2 days.
well, I mean, I
But
understand
people
that,
don't
but
see. But I don't always visit my next door neighbors. Honestly, some of them I never even meet.
No, but some of them, you know, if you see them outside, you
You
say
say
hello.
hi.
I say hi.
You see them a couple times, pretty soon you're talking to them.
I'll tell you, the
You
first
know,
guy the other day, he backed in. I walked out with my dog, and he had just started to park. It took him an hour to park, and it was 25-footer and a 35-foot slot.
We just
I didn't say anything. I just smiled because I'm still new. I'm only a year into this, and stepped out. I said, "Hi, how are you?" He says, "Your dog gonna eat my dog?" I says, "Well, I'm good too, thank you."
if I tell him to, he will.
I've got a German Shepherd that's going to attack and kill the campgrounds. Everybody lock
that
up.
conversation. Because Tammy talks to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. That's a good thing.
I wish I had your social skills.
Oh, yeah.
I really do.
But she brings home some people that about 2 seconds into the
Oh,
conversation,
hilarious.
I'm out of there. And
They
I
need
don't ever let, no.
they need to leave.
don't expect me to talk to them.
I'm not a social person, and I'm learning in this RV, and you have to be, because you're gonna need people's help sometimes.
Right.
And it's nice. I'm learning it's nice, but I don't have your skills. I wish I did. I really do.
it's being in customer service since I
walking
was
around with
18
your dog.
years,
Yeah.
and walking the dog. You know, you do.
That's the only thing that stimulates conversation. I take her for walks, and often the kids want to pet her and so forth, and she's friendly. So that
Yeah.
does.
You know,
That's
I mean,
I guess helping me.
You do. I mean,
But without your skills, really, everybody talks how friendly people are in the parks, but without meeting people like you, most people come to these parks, I think, and they're more your experience. They don't do a lot of this talking unless you're outgoing. Once you go outgoing and somebody says, "Oh yeah," then I start
Well,
listening. The people we meet, like y'all walked out and said hi to us,
well, because I
but
said,
y'all emailed us, you emailed us.
Well, all my career, I was in a career where you didn't socialize. You
I was.
stayed.
Yes.
You didn't socialize. I was in law enforcement, military, and security work, high-end security work, and we don't talk to anybody. I don't know.
You got that face locked on.
So I've got to learn these new skills at 55 years old, and it's that dog's got to hunt. I got to
So I
work
know
on
you
it.
part the first day we were there, and that they were looking at it
What's this, Pearl?
to see that part had broken
probably beans.
inside, and now they need the screen. So she goes,
You don't
we
like
can't
beans?
overnight the screen, and that's what our biggest thing is trying to find good internet.
That's hard to find.
We have a
Right.
Wi-Fi, you know, but again, when matter of fact, at the Escapades, Wi-Fi Ranger guys were there, and you know, you need your little antenna.
Are
Thing.
you using a booster?
No,
I'm not going to say I'm an expert, but I have tried a ton of different things. I've got a WeBoost 65 with a hot Verizon Jetpack and AT&T hotspot, and I have yet to not have real good internet so I can stream
Right.
anywhere. And I've been from Florida, went across, came up north, all that route, and the WeBoost 65 for RVs with the 25-foot antenna is screaming. I don't use existing Wi-Fi because it's always crap. I use it from my cell, and if I got 1 bar of cell signal, I can boost it to 3 or 4, and because
Fear is
I go
always
through periods where
drilling holes in your roof.
Yeah, me too.
I drilled 1.
You know,
I drilled 1 for the WeBoost, but if my Verizon's not working, my AT&T does, and both of I got the AT&T on eBay and the Verizon.
Yeah.
I have a Verizon phone, so my Verizon hotspot was only $20.
right.
And Verizon
You know
says,
what I
well, they
mean?
may throttle. No,
you?
I've got hundreds of gigs every single month.
We don't have our Wi-Fi
boost set up in our system yet.
No.
And now they've recalled it, so we thought we'd just
I know, and
wait.
that was another thing I asked her to check on when we were there, is if we had
You
any
had-
recalls.
Yeah, we do.
And we didn't, because they had already addressed some of them.
On Newmar?
Yeah, we have 2 recalls.
Well, when after we bought the rig and we made our trek to South Dakota, and we were coming back, we were in Vegas,
Okay.
and it was 114, and we got into Samstown KOA, and Scott noticed a couple spots down, some guy with air conditioning being worked on, and Scott's like, "Oh, poor guy," you know, and turned on our air, we're fine. I go to get lunch, I come back, we had no air conditioning.
They just quit?
So if you like these kind of videos, give it a thumbs up. And if you hadn't subscribed to our channel already, please consider.
Subscribing.
And if you hadn't hit that little bell down there, and that'll let you know when we put out our next video.
So in the meantime,
Keep the wheels rolling.
stay safe.
We'll see you at the next exit.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, folks. So if you like these type videos, give us a thumbs up. It helps the channel a lot. If you hadn't subscribed to our channel already, please consider.
Subscribing to our channel.
And I forgot the last thing. Ready?